When someone mentions an electric car, the first brand that comes to mind is Tesla. However, what if I shared with you that something significant has happened in the electric car universe, something that would rock the very foundations of Tesla's leadership? Toyota, who produce some of the globe's most reliable vehicles, just dropped a bombshell that promises to beat Tesla in terms of range, speed, and affordability, leaving everyone within the EV industry stunned. Even Elon Musk responded aggressively to it. Social media was buzzing within minutes. Pre-orders increased, and experts in the industry began wondering if this is the start of a new era for electric mobility. In this video, we are going to find out about Toyota's revolutionary move, what Elon Musk has to say about this daring step, whether Toyota is actually overthrowing Tesla, and if this luxury SUV is going to roll on the US and European streets. Keep watching now. And before we proceed, don't forget to subscribe for more thrilling updates. Before we dive into Toyota innovation, let's have a bit about the best friends being Tesla and Toyota. Toyota, the hybrid leader, and Tesla, the electric car rebel, paired up in 2010 in what was widely thought to be a match made in automotive heaven. Toyota gave Tesla a $50 million infusion of capital and sold Tesla a California plant for steel, and the result was the launch of the RAV4 EV in 2012, a combination of Toyota reliability and Tesla electric flair. But the alliance soon turned sour. Toyota's precise, safety-conscious culture conflicted with Tesla's loose, high-speed approach to innovation. With engineers fighting over battery designs and processes, the RAV4 EV failed, selling only 2,500 at a lofty $49,800. By 2014, the partnership was disintegrating. Toyota started unloading its Tesla stake, and the war of words began. At a 2014 conference, Elon Musk ridiculed Toyota's hydrogen fuel cell emphasis, referring to them as extremely dumb and labeling them fool cells. Toyota Vice President Bob Carter shot back in defense of hydrogen as a shrewd, zero-emission wager and warning Musk not to rule it out. The battle wasn't about technology, it was about visions. Tesla wagered everything on electric disruption, while Toyota hedged on hybrids, hydrogen, and plug-ins. By 2017, Toyota had disposed of all its Tesla shares, cutting loose. Now, back to that Toyota game plan. Say hello to Toyota's BZ3X. The electric car market just got a good shock, and it's from a name we all know and trust. Toyota, the world giant famous for its reliable and long-lasting cars, has just entered the electric mobility world in a big new way with the introduction of the BZ3X, a sleek, full-electric SUV that's not only built to save the world but also your wallet. It's not some other electric vehicle. The BZ3X is revolutionary. This was not some novelty concept car. It boasted space, luxury, and enough cutting-edge technology to make buyers question. While many electric vehicles on the market today come with hefty price tags that put them out of reach for the average buyer, Toyota has flipped the script. This brand new model comes with a jaw-dropping starting price, $15,150. That's right, a fully electric SUV from Toyota for less than the price of many regular gas-powered cars. It's almost too good to be true of a deal. But here it is. The BZ3X was jointly developed with GAC, Guangzhou Automobile Group, and officially launched in China, the biggest EV market globally. This strategic cooperation brings together Toyota's renowned ability to create cars that last a lifetime and GAC's increasing prowess in EV technology and production in Asia. The outcome? A cost-efficient electric SUV that does not compromise on performance, comfort, or style. The stylish appearance of the BZ3X is sufficient to turn heads, gleaming lines, aggressive stance, and space-age details that give it a far pricier appearance than its actual price tag. But the best part is what lies under the bonnet, or, in this instance, under the floorboards. The car purred smoothly and silently along on electric power alone, giving a clean, quiet, and zero-emission drive. Perfect for city usage, school pickup and drop-off, or weekend breaks. Inside, Toyota has maintained a spick-and-span, tech-savvy environment. You'll note a spare dashboard featuring a digital instrument cluster, easy-to-use controls, and the type of clever features you might find on much pricier models. Consider high-end infotainment, safety measures, and driver assistance devices that keep you and your passengers secure and comfortable on the road. And maybe most thrilling about this new launch is how it speaks to the future of electric driving. For a long time, one of the biggest obstacles to EV adoption has been affordability. Many consumers would love to make the switch to electric, but simply can't afford the luxury prices of companies like Tesla. Now, though, with the bZ3X, Toyota is making it possible for millions of drivers who've been waiting for an EV that's finally affordable. Indeed, some are already hailing this as a stern wake-up call for the likes of Tesla. Although Tesla has been leading the EV discussion for years with its high-end offerings, Toyota is doing something completely different and perhaps more populist, making electric driving available to the masses, not only the elite. The bZ3X may lack the performance credentials of a Tesla Model Y or the tech sheen of a luxury EV, but it accomplishes something no less valuable. It makes electric vehicles affordable, convenient, and dependable. And in the modern era, that's a recipe for huge disruption. So yes, Tesla may need to look over its shoulder because Toyota is hot on its heels with a cleaner, more affordable, and more intelligent alternative. And if bZ3X is only the start, we could be seeing the dawn of an entirely new era in the electric car revolution, one where anyone can own an electric car without paying an arm and a leg. The new EV war is on as we explore the specifics that position bZ3X over Tesla, range that matches your life and your pocketbook. It began on a windy Monday morning. You moved the rear view mirror, settled into her seat, and pressed the start button of her new bZ3X. The engine's subdued hum served as a reminder that this was more than just another automobile. This was a type of ride altogether. For a person like Lola, who goes around the city like clockwork, school drops, office meetings, nighttime trips to the market, the 430 kilometers range of the base model was a blessing. Days passed, sometimes even whole weeks, before she had to think about charging. The car blended seamlessly with her fast-paced city life, quiet, dependable, and always up for it. Miles away, Mark was just slinging on his weekend gear. An architect with clients in 2 cities and a penchant for spur-of-the-moment road trips, Mark required a more flexible solution. His mid-range bZ3X with 520 kilometers of range was the ideal compromise. It afforded him the ability to travel between work and play without constantly looking for charging spots. Weekdays, he ziplined between work sites. Weekends, he fled the fray. Winding roads, music blaring, and open skies in front. No range anxiety, just freedom. And Sophia, retired but not without a sense of adventure that wouldn't be tamed. She had long fantasized about driving through all the states in the nation. Now, with her high-end bZ3X and its staggering 610 kilometers range, she was making it happen. From seaside cruises to hill climbs, she savored every mile. Long-distance driving had never been easier. No smoke, no roar, just a quiet sail and the rush of the trip. What bound all of those stories together wasn't necessarily the range they could manage. It was the technology beneath the hood. At the center of each bZ3X was a mighty LFP lithium-ion phosphate battery, performing its duties discreetly and in a pollution-free manner. There was no nickel or cobalt present in these batteries, a decision that not only reduced expenses, but also laid ethical as well as environmental issues to rest. In contrast to the old batteries made of rare and, more often than not, controversially sourced materials, the bZ3X's battery brought something cleaner. It was designed to be safer, more stable, and less destructive to the environment. Less to worry about overheating, less to worry about being sustainable, just more peace of mind. But maybe the section that took most newcomers by surprise was the charging process. Tulu remembered the very first time she drove up to a fast charger, expecting to be stuck there for hours. But within 24 minutes, her battery was at 80%. Before she even got a coffee and responded to a few messages, she was good to go again. And she wasn't the only one. Abdul would laugh to himself at how the roadside stops were now perfectly timed with his car's requirement. Fast, effective, and convenient. Mama Lamy refueling with an extra helping of sightseeing, she liked to call it. A brief nap, a prayer break, and her BZ3X was good as new, ready for the next portion of the journey. From city streets to faraway highways, the BZ3X was not just a vehicle. It became a part of their existence, subtly adjusting to various rhythms and ways of life. Whether it was the daily commotion, the irregular schedule, or the allure of the open road, this electric gem had something for everybody. In a world where every person's path is slightly unique, it's not often that you'll find one vehicle that gets them all. But the BZ3X gets them, and keeps pace with poise, strength, and emotion. When I got into the BZ3X, I knew there was something different. It wasn't the typical car experience. It was like entering into the future. The only thing is, the future had been upholstered in leather, brushed aluminum, and quiet. Not the empty kind of silence, but the intelligent kind, thoughtful, like the car was paying attention. The first thing I noticed was the enormous 14.6-inch touchscreen. Not big for the sake of being big, but smart in its responsiveness, like it knew ahead of time what I was going to do. Climate, music, navigation, even messages. That's not what anybody calls a command center anymore. It was all there, softly glowing, waiting for my hand to touch. And just at the driver's shoulder, a smooth 8.8-inch digital screen flickered to life, providing me with what I needed to know in orderly calm. I glanced up. The sunroof stretched so wide and glassy, it was as though the sky belonged to the car. Light flooded in, playing off the surfaces, making the cabin seem almost animate. Then the music began. And oh, the music! Yamaha had perfectly tuned all 11 speakers. Not only sound, but feeling. It was not that I was listening to my playlist, I was experiencing it. Sharp highs, cozy mids, and rich full bass enveloped me like an intimate concert. The cabin didn't transport music. It transported a mood. Even the small things whispered extravagance. A wireless charging pad conveniently where my hand rested. No wires, no mess, just drop and charge. And the seats shaped to hug. Long road trip or short ride, I didn't want to leave. But what really blew my mind wasn't what I could see or feel. It was what the BZ3X remembered. It wasn't a smart car. It was a mastermind, driven by Momina's 5.00.00 intelligent drive system. The car was akin to a co-pilot with nerves of steel and better eyes than any human. It noticed everything. With LAR scanning surroundings in 3D and 360-degree sensors harmoniously complemented by AI-powered alerts, the car could predict motion before it occurred. A bicyclist darting through traffic, the BZ3X shifted before I even saw it. A person was stepping off the curb. It was slowing down already. It didn't beep hysterically in panic. It was guiding me. It was helping. It was safeguarding. Like a silent guardian that sleeps not. The AI did not just simplify driving. It made it wiser, safer, and a lot more enjoyable. I was not battling the car for control. We were in sync. Me and the machine synced. As city lights whizzed by and stars twinkled above, I caught on. This was not simply a car. It was an environment, an atmosphere, a state of mind. The BZ3X wasn't engineered to take me from point A to point B. It was engineered to make me experience something getting there. It made me experience the future having actually arrived, and I was behind the wheel. In terms of aesthetic qualities, does it beat Musk's Tesla? Let's discuss the trendy design. Trendily understated or radically unique. You decide. You don't often see a car making an impact, but the BZ3X does, and it does so with flair. As soon as you lay eyes on it, you know this vehicle is different. It's more than just a vehicle. It's an experience. It's not all about getting from point A to point B. It's about how you feel in between. From its chiseled, muscular shape to the carefully selected color scheme, the BZ3X is able to balance power with sophistication. It's assertive without being brash, sleek without being lifeless. The instant you see it, you can feel its presence. It's imposing, not hesitant to make a statement, yet never screams. It just commands attention. The design on the outside is a masterclass in understated sophistication. The sharp, crisp lines imbue a sense of fluidity and movement, as if the BZ3X is perpetually on tenterhooks, wondering what lies ahead. It stands firm, but not unapproachable. It's a beautiful balance between boldness and restraint. Whether it's stationary or in motion, the design says everything about the power and intention behind this machine. And then there's color. The BZ3X does not simply exist in any run-of-the-mill palette of colors. It provides a range of colors that exactly capture personality. The classic black for those who inspire confidence and command. The subtle silver for those who value refinement. The playful and quirky pink for the free-hearted explorer. And the shining gold for those who are unabashedly driven and radiate in all that they do. Every color relates to another aspect of you, providing a visual expression of who you are. It isn't just about the way the BZ3X appears, though. It's about the way it makes you feel. Come inside and you're welcomed by an interior that is both roomy and cozy. The cabin is built to wrap around you, with each detail carefully considered to comfort you. The contemporary dashboard design, the ambient illumination, and the silky smooth soft-touch surfaces place you in a space that is ideal for extended travel or short errands. It's characterized by comfort, concentration, and a sense of enjoyable passage. Alone or with people, driving the BZ3X is an experience on its own. Its performance is smooth, responsive, and efficient. But it's not a question of speed or fuel efficiency. It's a question of brains. This SUV understands how to balance power with sustainability, providing an environment-friendly drive without sacrificing the thrills of the ride. It's both efficient and exhilarating. What makes the BZ3X different is the manner in which it enables you to create your own experience. It doesn't seek to mold you into a specific shape. It simply allows you to mold it. If you're a young professional defining yourself, a parent seeking utility with style, or an adventurer on the move, the BZ3X will fit your life to become something more than a vehicle. It becomes a companion. This is the BZ3X, a vehicle that does more than just get you from point A to point B. It's a statement, a reflection of you, and a celebration of what's next. It's not getting there. It's arriving. With the BZ3X, you're not driving. You're making a statement. The new car is remarkably cheap. The entry-level variant comes in just shy of 110,000 yen, about $15,700, making it the cheapest EV Toyota has ever sold in China. This shift indicates a significant change in the company's strategy, demonstrating that it's willing to compete not only on quality, but on price as well. For those who are willing to pay extra for more high-end features, there is a model of the vehicle that is equipped with a cutting-edge driver assistance system capable of such functions as automatically merging onto roads and switching lanes. From 139,800 yen, or approximately $19,279. China, the world's biggest electric vehicle market, has turned into a battleground. Domestic firms, as well as new upstarts and established players, compete day and night for customers' loyalty. Chinese automakers are not only cutting prices, they're loading their cars with stunning technology to bring in more customers. At the top of the pack is BYD, which introduced a new model for under $10,000 with its own driver assist technology, a move that shook the industry. Toyota's new offering seems to be drawing the attention it desired. GAC Toyota Vice President of Sales Hang Balin posted on social media platform Weibo that the company got more than 10,000 orders in just 1 hour since the launch of the SUV. The reaction was so massive that Toyota's online server is said to have crashed due to the rush of traffic. As Electric points out, that level of enthusiasm indicates how thirsty the market is for a feature-packed, affordably priced EV from a manufacturer with Toyota's image. Toyota recently entered the EV market, and not at all casually. Toyota is making waves in the industry. Part of the secret to this new low-cost approach is Toyota's battery selection. The new SUV, dubbed BZ3X, is powered by lithium iron phosphate LFP batteries. They are cheaper than the conventional lithium-ion batteries and have become a favorite among Chinese manufacturers such as BYD. The The LFP batteries provide slightly less driving range, but they keep the car's overall price tag low, a crucial consideration in a market where every yuan counts. Toyota's activities in China extend beyond the mere release of a new model. Only recently, the company issued an announcement to construct a new Shanghai factory. The company will own this plant outright and is dedicated to manufacturing Lexus batteries and electric cars. Furthermore, Toyota underlined that local Chinese teams will have the initiative to design and develop cars intended particularly for Chinese buyers. As Toyota's finance chief Yoichi Miyazaki explained, "Our aim is to be a company that is more beloved and supported by the people of China." So Toyota launched one of the most affordable options available. Slow charging? This model charges in a hurry. Too complicated touchscreens? Toyota reverted to good old-fashioned buttons for simple, distraction-free operation. With these updates, it's difficult to complain about making the switch to an EV. This is a risk that may even encourage lawmakers to revisit deadlines for eliminating gasoline-powered vehicles.